What books have I read to get here? I don't read many books. I like to have my own thoughts, come to my own conclusion.
What?
Brittany Renner is back and her new podcast is really terrible. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. Brittany Renner is back. Apparently, in another video I was watching, apparently Brittany Renner isn't even dating. Well, it don't matter. I really don't care. But she's dating someone regular and apparently using him for something, for money. You know, like, I don't know. I guess you have to date someone that's famous if you're a celebrity or known. It don't make sense. But now, apparently, she got a podcast. This is new information to me. So without further ado, let's get straight into this video.
She been comment me.
Brittany Renner is attempting a comeback with this new podcast, but it's the worst podcast ever. I watched every episode. It's about 7 minutes each, but you take nothing from this podcast, bro. Like, you learn nothing. There's nothing to draw from this. Like, on one of the episodes, she literally admitted that she lies about reading books.
People have asked me, what books have I read to get here? I don't read many books. I like to have my own thoughts, come to my own conclusion.
What?
She said, I don't like to read books. I like to have my own thoughts.
I love people and I love conversation. I love learning and bouncing perspective. But books, I'm like, there's a lot of books I bought on my Kindle, read a few pages.
Look at this book. Look at her book. Y'all, look at her book. Do you see this? Judge this cover. No matter how bad she want to keep saying don't sexualize, but she don't keep sexualizing herself, which is ridiculous.
Done.
Come on, bro. Like, what are we doing here, man? Like, what are we wasting our time with, bro? And the reason why people is asking her what books she enjoyed to read or what books have helped her the most is because she has done content at Barnes & Noble. She has done content surrounding books, but she would admit that all of that is performative and her just trying to look different.
Same with just going to Barnes & Noble. I like the cover. It seems like a good idea, but I'm not even going to crack it open. It's, I don't know, maybe just for the plot and for my character being dramatic. And I'm so different. I'm in Barnes & Noble buying books.
I don't know about y'all, bro, but somebody who changes their personality this often, I don't trust. I don't want to hear
she
from.
honest,
I
though.
want nothing useful from. This woman literally admitted, right, that she lied about reading books, and she goes to Barnes & Nobles and record content in Barnes & Nobles so she could kind of develop the character of a girl who likes to read books, but the only problem is she doesn't like to read books. Wouldn't just being yourself be a whole lot easier? But just like, you know, she pretended to be a girl who loved to read books, she also bastardized and pretended, you know, to be a Muslim, okay, when she had no intentions whatsoever of ever engaging or...
The way that she switches her personalities to fit whatever motive she got going, whatever agenda she got going, is crazy. The fact that she can be Muslim one day, turn around, be I love sports one day, which I believe that one because that's how I feel like that's how she came up, right? And then jump to 3 different men, try and get married, have kids. It's like, and she's open about it now, like,
or following
it's
Islam
scary.
long term.
It really is scary.
She did address during this episode why she played with these folks' religion, why she wore the hijab, pretended to be Muslim just for Instagram, just to hop right back on Instagram a couple months later in booty shorts showing cheeks with no hijab, claiming that Islam is just not for you. So she addressed it, but she spent much of the episode conditioning us, and we didn't know we were being conditioned, but she were conditioning us to not be so harsh when we finally hear the reason why she decided to play with Islam, right? So she starts off by claiming that, you know, like she transitioned to Islam because she was bored.
When people question how I got to Islam, this was nothing that happened overnight. I felt like I was at my wit's end. I also was very bored with social media because I felt like I mastered it. I mastered the trolling. I mastered the sexy. I sneeze and I'm on the shade rooms. Where is the challenge?
Some people get bored and they go back to college. They start a new business. They get a new hobby. She got a new religion, okay? Now, as she continues, bruh, it's just more brain rot. Like, she goes on to explain.
Me personally, I don't believe everybody deserves a podcast. Mallory Bro said it. It's just a whole bunch of new Oprahs. Now she right now isn't having any like guests, as it looks like. Maybe this is her first video of her podcast, first audio, whatever you want to call it. But interviews and interviews and interviews. I mean, for her, honestly, for her, it's fitting for like the first one. But then I'm like, what's she gonna talk about? Because who really wants to hear you talk? You just say you don't read books, you don't like other people's thoughts. If you know her from other altercations in the past, she's just so dumb. It's like, no, I don't know.
How her converting to Muslim was her way in being modest. She felt like she needed a way to stop, right? Like dressing like a bop, stop wearing revealing things, right? Stop showing her Libya print to the internet. So Muslim was her way of dressing modest. And I'm just sitting back like, if only there was a way to act modest without adopting a religion you don't believe in.
Am more than what I am portraying. Feel like I'm more than this. That was the initial thought, the initial spark. And then it rolled into being drawn to Islam, Pacific Ocean. I know that I'm more than this. How do I get out of this? Because I don't know how I'm going to pay my bills if I'm not doing what I've always done. And it's kind of like being a drug dealer. You're like, I'm used to this type of money. What happens when I don't want to do that anymore? What happens now that I want to make legitimate money? What does that look like for me? I was being drawn to Islam in 2024. This was my purification process. I'm more than my body. I'm more than the sexy. I'm tired of feeling like a circus animal.
The thing is, like, we agree. I agree with that. But she's tripping. Because everybody's been said that. Why you don't have to do this, you don't have to do that. And she will literally be like, shut up, Igga. That's how she is. That's what she would say. Shut up, Igga. It's my body.
And
this is
me.
She wanted to take her brand
nationwide.
nationwide.
My fault, y'all. It's so unprofessional. Y'all subscribe.
And with U.S. Bank Business,
I'm sorry, I'm poor.
If I'm leading with beauty, body, booty, let me just take it away. I felt like a hermit crab without its shell. And Islam provided that protection I needed while I was rebuilding myself. Quite literally cloaked myself with my clothing, with my hijab.
This chick is insane, bruh. Yo, there's not two options here, right? The only two options are not become a Muslim or dress and act like an absolute bop.
I don't feel like it's right to use a religion because people like serious about that religion just to not even switch religions, but to just promote it, especially if they see it on you. Like, imagine you see Hitler come out saying, I'm Christian. The Christian's gonna be like, oh my, you? They might, and then even if they're like that in the beginning, they might come around and be like, but do you see what our religion does? It turns even the worst of the worst, or some of the worst of the worst, because there's a lot more people exactly like Hitler, so I'm not gonna say he the worst, but he's amongst them for sure, right? And then when they start vouching for you, you go up and just leave. Now you're not it no more. You go back. So now what your people look like? Now what those people look like in the corner? The Christian's gonna be like, he left. Hitler went back to, you know what I mean?
Disgrace to your family. You got more options than that, bruh. You could have literally been a human being who stuck with your religion, but just wear more modest clothing. Just don't act like how you were acting online. Just don't show your Libya print. All right? Just don't sleep with 100 different men in a month. You don't need Islam to be modest. But she told on herself. When she says this was my purification process, we know what that meant. Every bop transitioned to religion for the purification, right? They reach a point in their bopness where they have a hard time getting a man to take them seriously. They have a hard time getting rid of the stigma surrounding their name. They have a hard time outrunning their reputation. So they transition to religion so they can now be viewed as whole and born again. And that's what she did. Brittany Renner transitioned to Islam to sleep with a married man, bruh. It's really that simple from my perspective.
Well,
Allahu Akbar. When I originally joined Instagram July of 2012,
This is so cringe. Cause it's like, imagine me like this. I'm like, yeah, bruh, I don't know. Y'all might see a difference, right? Now the New Year's 2026 was 5 days ago. It's the 5th right now, right? And I get up here and I go like this. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a new video. I got a turban on. I got all type of. I got a gown on, and then I'm wearing. You know what I mean? And I'm sitting here saying what they say, trying to really get y'all to believe that's what it seems. I can see the facade. Talking about Allah Akbar. It's just fake.
joined for 2 reasons: validation and male attention. And now that I no longer need either of those things, I am developing a new relationship with just social media itself. So my posting has been a bit inconsistent. I've been Muslim for 5 months and I love it here. Haven't had a drink in 6 months. Haven't had sex in 8 months. And I changed my number 4 months ago. So if you went green, now you know why. This has been a really beautiful purification process for me of the mind, heart, body, and soul, and an opportunity for me to meet myself deeper. What I have discovered is how deserving I have always been and am.
So why don't you stay if you feel that good about
it? Hijab, trusting so much so.
This chick is a sociopath, bro. Don't buy nothing she's saying right now. Bunk everything she done said in this video and she said right now. The reason why she really became Muslim, in my opinion, from my perspective, is so she can start messing with a married man, man. This chick is crafty, bro. Kevin Gates is Muslim. She knows he could have multiple wives. She wanted to be one of his wives. So she became Muslim and popped out married to Kevin Gates shortly after.
I've been seeing y'all courtside. He referred to you as his wife in videos. Is this confirmed? Like, okay, like, not my cousin. Where did y'all get?
This is crazy because it's like she's just going dancing, parading around as a whole different religious person with new beliefs. It's like, this is not you. It's not you.
Okay, so that's what's up. Congratulations. How is it being a wife? Like, what's your favorite part about being a wife?
Being with the person that I love the most.
Yeah.
His name echoes in every chamber of my heart. So to be able to experience life with him has really just been a dream come true.
Yes. And on the show, have the girls been acceptance to your new faith as well on the show, or did you feel like you had to fight for that as well?
Again, I don't answer to mortals about, anything like that. But we got married April 6th and divorced May 28th.
So you're divorced?
Yes. But there is a 90-day waiting period in Islam.
I'm not acknowledging that nonsense as no marriage, bro. Kevin Gates wanted to hit it and quit it, man. He got into it for a month, seen it wasn't hitting on none, and left. He hit it and quit it for a month and broke up with you and dumped you and left you to the curb. And then once she realized, right, once she truly figured out, bro, once she realized, man, that Muslim or not Muslim, man, that men ain't ish and men are the same, now all of a sudden she's back and she's liberated and she's free. Now, I feel like the most absurd part about this, man, is how she views herself as a victim. Like, she literally said the reason why she was acting like a bop, acting like a scallywag, acting like a predator, just acting like a waste woman, right? Which ultimately she needed Islam to save her from herself. The reason why she acted that way is because people had those opinions of her. So from her perspective, she thinks this makes sense. That because people were calling her a gold digger, a scallywag, a bob, promiscuous, like predator, that because people were calling her those names, that she then took on the identity of that as some type of coping mechanism, which I'm not buying at all.
I never knew I was capable of such discipline. There's a time and a place for everything. That's definitely something I learned there. Nobody is entitled to anything, not a handshake or a hug. And I am more than this physical vessel. Hijab or not, the right people, person, opportunities will see that. I got to lead with me. It was nice. Social media and the scrutiny that I was receiving on a daily basis made me feel like a Black widow. So I'm like, you know what? If that's what you guys think I am, then that's what I am. And I'm actually going to brand it on myself.
No.
Instead of bucking the narrative and saying that's not me. My belief was if I make myself big and scary, nobody will bother me or hurt me. Ooh, I'm the big bad.
That's something that's true and is prevalent in like adolescents. Isn't she like 30 or something like that? I feel like it's something for this is something for like you do when you're finding yourself, and usually people find themselves in around 15, 16, 17, around that age. This is like when you don't really know that doesn't work. So you've been through that. You have a whole kid. I'm not gonna say everybody has by this point. You have to have been through this or that, but like you have a good understanding because you've been through a lot of walks in life already, more than most people with kids, in your 20s, and fame, success, money, all that. So you just saying that to say
Succubus, manipulative, gold-digging whore. Ooh, watch out. When you see me, cross the street. Get up, move out the way when I'm on the sidewalk. Move. I thought that was keeping me safe. And that was easily debunked. Pretending to be something I'm not did not keep me safe. And in fact, it exposed me to even more torment.
Ban podcast mics, man. Throw away the podcast mics, bro.
No, for real.
Put 1,002% tariff on all podcast mics, bro. There needs to be a price if you want to purchase these mics to spew stupidity. You need to really pay a price, bro. This woman just said that she was shocked that she became tormented because she decided to present herself as the worst characters that any woman could ever present themselves as, which is a gold-digging predator who preyed on an innocent underage boy while he was in college, as a woman who is really promiscuous, who's getting trained right and left, as a woman who don't know how to keep her legs closed, as a liar and a goofy, as a skin. She decided that she was going to adopt all those characteristics, according to her, to keep herself safe, but she was shocked that it actually was tormenting. Yeah, duh. Yeah, usually.
Oh, okay. She's 33. She's 33 years old.
Being a terrible person is tormenting, right? And in society, usually people who are terrible and they're viewed as terrible don't really have a good.
Yeah, so she's too old to be saying, oh, I thought if I would have did this, then it would have worked. Like, no, you figured that out when you were a kid, a wee lad. I don't know why she would, like, it don't make no sense.
Time in society. Yeah, duh. But I'm not even buying it was an act, though. I'm not.
I mean, I don't think any of us are. I'm going to go ahead and skip and see if she says anything else.
Mechanism, man, yo, get rid of these podcast mics today, bro.
I have never wanted to accept these stories that how a woman should be, how a woman should act. Like, you can only get this if you act like that. I just have never subscribed to that. So yes, my function is I'm bucking that. You know what?
That's true. Some people might say you need an education to go ahead and find someone to be, for men, valuable for men to women. That's an older generation thing, and that's a foreign generation thing, right? There's also a thing that says if you're not in the house, cooking, cleaning, this, you're not going to find a man for you. You got to subscribe to that. And that's a South thing, as well as a generation thing. But I feel as long as you follow those guidelines, but you don't have to do exactly that, but it would help if you're capable of those things, but find your own path, do what you want to do. There's people out there for everybody. Not every man needs somebody to be cooking for them, because shit, we can go out 4 times a week and make something light 2 times or 3 times, and then we're straight, right? Like, there's people that don't even align to the other side. Now, I mean, that's my 2 cents on it.
Sit on this couch with Shannon Sharp, talk about my body count freely. It doesn't matter if it was 35 or 3,500, because at the end of the day, I have to answer to the things that I do. I have to be okay with myself. I have to be able to look in the mirror. But I'm going to sit across from these polarizing personalities, share candidly in my car, post what I feel like. And I am going to get everything I want, and you guys are going to watch me do it. Years of exaggerating my personality because I felt like it was more entertaining. With all of the feeling the need to perform,
Right.
for several years, I created my own pretty prison. Think of
Deliberately exaggerating.
Yeah, I don't think that's the truth, but I'm gonna end the video right there. I think she's just delusional. She's real delusional, and she's trying to use a scapegoat for everything. It's almost like you crazy as hell doing things that are wild, getting made fun of, and then in the future, you're like, it was a social experiment, guys. It was a social experiment. But hey, man, I'm gonna end the video right there. I appreciate y'all for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Go binge my videos, hype this video. I'm see you on the next one. I'm gone.